everybody, it's Jamie.
Hi, Gemma.
From Play to Learn Preschool. Thank you for joining us again today. It is Wednesday and we are talking about some different ideas for process art. The theme that we've been sticking with all week is how we can present to our students low prep, high interest art projects.
Keep it simple.
Keeping it simple, Sam. Things that will give them practice with fine motor skills, that allow them the creative freedom and process that they need to explore in preschool, and not stressing us out because they take 2 minutes or less to set up. So that's our plan today again. We've
got 3 days in a row.
I'm telling you, 2019 is going to be our year. Things always happen good to me when the year ends in 9.
Really?
Yeah. 09 was a good year for me. 99 was a good year for me. 79 was a good year for me. It was. Anyway, sometimes we get into a rut with process
Especially
art.
this time of year, because you're like halfway through the year.
Yeah.
We're just holding our paintbrushes. That's why we're laughing when we can't, because I'm like flinging my paintbrush around.
And then I push play. Does that ever happen to you? Do you ever feel like, every day we just have out paint and paintbrushes?
And paint, just regular boring paper.
That definitely happens to us sometimes. And so, I don't know, 2 years ago or so, we had, well, a long time ago, we just had like a paper with our notes on it. Like, instead of paintbrushes and paper use, and we would just jot them down.
We would just write them down as we would think of them, or how, as we use something, we would just write it on our chart.
That was before we were fancy. And then a
Now
few
we're
years ago,
fancy.
we got fancy, and we typed it up
Look
for
at that.
ourselves.
I know it's backwards. It's on the selfie can.
Hi. We printed this for ourselves. We've never shared it before on our blog or on Facebook or anything. We really just use it for ourselves. It's cutely titled
Art chart.
the Handy Dandy Art Chart.
Handy dandy.
The Handy Dandy Art Chart. It's
Yes,
posted
it is.
on my desk. And I would like to say to you that we are always 100% planned, and that every single day we have a wonderful art project planned, and they always go with the theme. But the truth of the matter is, it doesn't happen for us like that every
No.
single day. And
So
so
everyone has their own lives they're dealing with, and sometimes my kids won't go to school, or there's
sometimes we're running late,
issues,
and the
running
thing
late,
that we
traffic,
planned,
whatever. Well, traffic for me, not for you.
the thing we had planned maybe
She's
the
gonna
thing we
hit me
had
with a
planned, I'm
paintbrush
not.
in a
I was gonna
minute.
use like a pointer.
Like a pointer, okay.
Maybe the thing we had planned, we didn't have time to set up because Gemma was running late, or my kids, things happen. So in that instance, we just run over
Look
to
at
the
that
Handy
handy
Dandy
dandy
Art
chart.
Chart. And we typically pick one thing from the materials column,
Yeah.
one thing from the tools column, and sometimes
read
we
it
pick a
backwards.
different paint or different technique. So what we're going to do
Yeah.
with you today is share
A couple of things that we like, and you probably have them because they're easy, and you probably just have a bunch of stuff like this sitting in your classroom.
As I was getting ready for this video, I was like, we will share 3 great ideas for things that people can paint on. And then I come over to the table where Gemma's been scurrying around and getting everything busy, and she has like 10 ideas for
She
things that
didn't
we
tell
can
me
paint
that
on.
she only wanted 3, so I was just like, we do this, we do this, we do this, and I pulled them out.
We're out of practice. She usually can read my mind, right?
Yeah.
You knew I was like, we're gonna share 3 things to
Yeah, I
paint
didn't
on.
know about 3, but so it's your lucky day because there's extras.
Extras. So here goes. We're going to show you a few quick and easy things. If you're tired of painting on paper, just paint brushes.
If you're
Plain.
tired of painting on paper, you know that kids are tired of painting on paper
How can you tell if they're tired of it?
because they won't do it.
They won't do it, or
I don't know.
they do it for like 2
2
minutes.
seconds, yeah.
And they're like, can I be done with
Can I be
this?
done?
Can I be done? I'm like, you tell me. You're the artist. Are you done?
Are you finished?
Is your masterpiece complete? And they're like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm done.
It's done.
Can I
I'm
be
done.
done?
Can I be done? Anyway, if that's happening, it probably means it's time to switch things up. So here are some quick and easy ideas of things you might have laying around
Okay,
the house that you could paint on instead of paper.
coffee filters.
Coffee filters.
You can buy these in massive quantities at Costco or whatever your equivalent in your country is. They're coming in thousands. And you can do
make
so
them
many
into
things with them. Flowers. And I learned that if they're wet and you put them over a cup or something, when it dries, it stays in that shape. So I normally make flowers or whatever.
Here's a funny
Very
story.
handy.
this morning, my husband was making coffee.
You didn't have a coffee filter?
No, upstairs we were out of coffee filters at my house. He's like, oh no, we're out of coffee filters. And I was like, dude, you live in a preschool. I have 10,000 downstairs.
Did you tell him I count them and if there's one missing, he's in trouble?
I took a whole stack. You didn't even notice. All right, so coffee filters are easy to paint on. Similarly,
this is a ceramic tile.
That's not similarly.
No, well, I'm doing my pile. I have a pile and this is on the next one. So we're doing this one. It's a ceramic tile. And we actually made them at Christmas. I can't remember when we used them. Maybe we haven't done them this year.
Not this year.
No. Anyway, we do have some ideas on our blog about different ways you can use the tiles, but you can buy these in bulk too.
They're like 10 cents each at the Home Depot.
They're really cheap. Okay, now I'll choose the next one on my pile.
You don't even need me.
I do.
No, I'm out. Gosh.
Paper plates. 2 different sizes, look at that. 2 different sizes, very cheap.
And the kids are like,
buy them in bulk. Because you can use them to put your paint on, and you can use them to paint on.
And the kids are like, this is so cool. They're paper plates. Fun.
Yeah, and you can cut them. You can do all sorts of things.
Anything that's round. You could paint an earth, paint a sun.
Don't forget your paper plates because they're so easy to use. Do you
what
want
else?
Oh, I have my big pile here. This is a canvas. I don't know if you can see it. So these are a little bit more expensive. Jamie buys them in bulk too at Michael's craft store, in his kind of craft store.
Paint on a canvas.
And it makes your students feel like they are so fancy because the real artists paint on a canvas.
That really is a masterpiece.
Yeah, and this is one of the ones you want to like have an idea of what you're going to paint so you can send it home for the parents. We normally do one at Christmas, and we've done them at Valentine's Day, and they look really cool, and they're special because they will be artists for real.
Can I be done with that?
Can I be done? They don't often say that with the canvas.
Not with the canvas.
If you're really, really stuck and you think, I don't know what to choose, I just don't know what. Whoop, a folder. Sounds really silly, but they could paint something. When it dries, it can be like a secret inside that they can hand to their parents.
You could smash it in the middle and make mittens.
Yeah. You can do all sorts of things with folders. And I think these are the types of things that you forget that you have. You might have a whole bunch, and maybe you don't want to do your filing, you could just paint on them. That's my pile.
Do you still do filing? You put one more thing in your pile.
Oh, I do. I have another thing. Rocks. Look at that. It's a rock. It's a river rock. Jamie buys them in bulk too.
You do, but you could go out for a walk, a nature walk, and have the children choose rocks to paint.
You could if you've got lots of good rocks. These are the smooth ones, the big pebble ones. And we made rock faces, what are they called?
Pet rocks.
Pet rocks, that's right. This is mine. Super cute. And just stick googly eyes on when they're done. We actually Mod Podged it because we Mod Podge everything that doesn't move.
For the most part,
that's my pile.
That's your whole pile? Here are the 3 that I was thinking about when we went live.
See, lightweight. She only had 3. I had about 10.
3. I found at Michael's a bulk set of cake circles. These are 24 cake circles. They were $10 at my Michael's, but I had a 50% off coupon, so they were $5.
Always use a coupon.
So 20 big pieces of cardboard circle for $5, which is good. That's only 25 cents a piece, right? So we let the kids paint on these the other day. I posted a bunch of videos, if you're on Instagram, of the kids painting on these, and they turned out so cool. They ended up spending about 45 minutes painting. We gave them little squirt bottles of paint. This is Discount School Supplies, regular washable tempera paint, and it's in these little squeeze bottles that are perfect for their hand size.
And they're easy to squeeze too because they're kind of soft.
Do you see? I have purple
paint
paint on
you
me.
again?
How did I get purple paint on me?
Because that's purple. What to say to you? She has a thing about purple.
I'll try red. Anyway, it's really good for them to practice like a glue lid, and their little hands, the size of these is really good. So we let the kids paint all over the circles. Some of you were like, oh, they're using so much paint, but the truth is we have a pretty big paint budget, and they didn't actually use as much as it looked like. So they did, but it was fine. It was within our
kind of
paint
nice
budget.
we normally say, okay, don't use too much paint because it's never going to dry or whatever. This way, go for it. And I said, Jamie, it's going to be so much, it's going to fall up, this is going to fall apart. But she's like, it can hold a 20-pound cake or whatever.
It's really
sturdy. It's going to be fine. And it did. And the paint was fine.
After they had painted, and you can look at Instagram to see all the pictures, but after they had painted on the cake circles, one of the students said, can I have another one? And then he squished the paint circles. He was making like a sandwich with paint circles. And when they opened them up, they were the coolest. They just looked so cool. And the kids ended up like dripping the paint off into the trash because there was so much. And then a few of my students even finger painted on them, and they just held up really well. So cake circles are another fun idea. The final product was actually not that awesome, but
Some of them were. Some of them kind of looked like planets.
they did, but the process was amazing. And these cake circles were cheap, and we didn't have to cut out a bunch of circles, and they held up really well to finger paint and piles of paint and tons of other things.
Really a lot of paint.
Here's another fun idea. We found blank create your own puzzles
Can I see
by
them? I don't know if you can see. Okay, there you go. I
I'm
can
gonna
see
point
it.
to it with your paintbrush. By Creatology, which is a kids arts and crafts company. They sell at Michael's and AC Moore and maybe even Hobby Lobby or whatever. They're really nice because the pieces are connected together pretty well. Can you see that? And so we let our kids paint on them today. We actually use these really cute little cups from Discount School Supply. They're
Which you could use to paint on as well. Just saying.
Look at you with all the good
You could.
ideas. They're kind of like wax lined, or what would you call that? They're
I
like,
don't know.
They're nice, so they're not like
It's like
cupcake
really,
liners.
It's kind of like cardstock.
Yeah, they're really
Cardstock.
nice and firm, and you get a big pack of
It would be
1,000 of
cool
them.
eyes.
They would be cool eyes.
Anyway. And so we use them as little pots.
We let the kids put whatever paint they wanted in it back together, and you could send it home like it's a bag, like a make your own puzzle. So that was super fun for them to paint their own puzzles. And these were, oh, I don't know, they were not very expensive. I want to say 18 for $5 or something like that, 20 for $5. They were cheap, these little create your own puzzles.
We added glitter.
We did add glitter.
I just want to apologize to parents now.
I don't. I feel like we're spending a little.
I
sending a
love
little
glitter.
sparkle home.
It's kind of embedded in our floor now.
My pants.
But parents don't always like that. I don't know why.
I don't know why either. They should embrace the glitter.
Yeah.
And finally, one of our very favorite things to write and paint on is.
Oh, someone was just saying that.
Are you gonna say it? Say it the British way.
Aluminium foil.
Aluminium. I would call it aluminum, but if you're fancy, you can call it aluminium.
Or tin foil.
Or tinfoil. Now the tricky thing, I've posted pictures of tinfoil painting before, and people have always said, oh, it flakes off. True. So here's the thing about painting on foil. You need to go to your recycling bin and get out some recycling trash.
Cardboard. It's a box.
It's a cardboard box out of the recycling, and you're going to cut a piece of the cardboard. I didn't cut any. But anyway, you're gonna cut a square of corrugated cardboard like this and make your own, you're gonna like make your own backing for it. And then you tape it on the back. And then when it dries, it won't flake off because the foil just needs to stay flat. So if you're painting on foil, back it to cardboard first, and then it won't flake off. But you're right, if they're just painting on a piece like this, as soon as they touch it.
And you don't even have to glue it on, you just put it over and like fold the backs in.
Yeah, I usually put a piece of tape just because
You
sometimes
can,
they're rough.
but if you're really in a rush, you could just fold the backs in.
You could do that. So if you are ever stumped,
I buried the handy dandy art chart with all my supplies.
the rock. If you are ever stumped for an idea and you need to change things up in your process art, in your art center, go to this handy dandy art chart. You can print it. I left a link in the video description. Print it out for free, and you can be like us, run over and say, either I need something really quick, or what I have isn't gonna work, or I'm out of great ideas. And just pick a new material, pick a new paint, a new technique, a new tool, and change up the Process Art Center. You will be amazed and surprised at what the students create.
And if you have any others to add to our list, tell us so we can add it to our
Leave
list.
them in the comments.
And then we'll have extra ideas too.
Hooray for extra ideas. Thanks for sharing. As always, hi. Painting on foil is so much fun, Pam. I agree. As always, we hope you have a great day playing and learning with your kids.